So imagine that was RDC's recent gigantic project. I mean, they teased this thing for months. They put out trailers. I was excited for it, and I'm sure a lot of you guys were excited for it. Though when I watched it, unfortunately, I felt a kind of like bittersweet feeling to it. It felt good to watch it, and it definitely was entertaining, but I felt like there was a lot of things that kind of missed the mark on it. That being said, I'm not at all trying to say that it was a bad short film. I'm not at all trying to say RDC needs to stop acting, but I just wanted to take a second to deep dive into why I think Imagine That has a lot of writing flaws. For those who don't know, Save the Cat is a book about script writing by Mr. Blake Snyder. In here, he goes through the different ways to break down a movie and the different story plots and beats that happen, where to put things in, and a general consensus of how to build a story. So this is kind of how I'm going to address the entirety of the script and how it is structured by going by the baseline of this 3X structure in the book that Blake goes over. Mark is sitting in front of a plant. I'm not sure if this is any kind of foreshadowing, but Mark is sitting in front of this plant with a book. Now, this book, nobody's book is as freaking bulky as this Bible, okay? This book has to be some kind of all-powerful, all-understanding, I don't know. This book is a serious book. Now, obviously, he has some kind of aura going on with his eyes as well, which means Mark has some kind of power, or he is somehow ascended as a different kind of being above others, and he is doing so while running out of time. Mentally, subconsciously, when people hear clocks ticking, they think time is running out. So the opening image clearly shows that Mark is running out of time.
Dreams are one of the biggest mysteries in life. A lot of people think...
For those who don't know, in the Save the Cat story structure, what Mark is about to do is deliver the theme, and this is going to set up the catalyst, or this is going to set up the problem.
They mean something, and a lot don't. But nobody can be sure.
Bro, come on.
Yeah, you're right. Let me come on.
And that's another thing that I want to say, bro. And this is why I think it was a fantastic idea to allow themselves to play themselves in the story, because it took the stress of having to beat somebody else out of it. And now you just get to act as yourself if you were in this scenario, which makes it 10 times easier as an actor. But
I heard you the first time. But did you hear me though?
Bro, it happened 3 times.
okay, so the writer, Mark, RDC, they're now telling the viewer, Mark has a problem. Before he got this power, because you know he has power because of the aura in his eyes, before he was running out of time because he heard that clock ticking, he was having dreams. So they set up the entire story to be out of chronological order, meaning that the ending that we saw in this story is not the true ending. The real ending is where Mark is. It's either that's the real ending, or that's going to be when the story actually picks up and actually starts taking place in real time. Right now, what we're watching is literally a prologue.
What do you think is gonna happen? You think a bear in the forest or something?
Or man. Wasn't that the argument they was having? Wasn't that the argument?
This is an example of trying, I think, too hard. Not to say that they not funny at all, bro, but I think this line delivery, or either this scene written in this manner, it fell flat for me. I was watching this and I was like, that's a little corny though. You had this chat on stream. You never laughed this hard. So like, I can tell you're acting. If I would have wrote it, I probably would have wrote it as if we didn't know what that comparison was. We didn't know that there's a joke about, would you rather be afraid of a man or a bear in a forest? Like, I think this was improv. In the case that it wasn't, I think that was written poorly. And in the case that it was, I think in the editor's room, this should have been cut down.
Men are just a little bit evil, you know that, right?
No, they are. I agree 100%.
Yeah, some, yeah.
But you know, a bear.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a bear.
And you gonna trust a bear over a man?
I feel like there are tactics we can get behind to like...
We are now returning to the debate of would you rather. It's dragging it, which is why I think this is an indication of, I think this scene was poorly written.
What tactics you gonna use to fight against a bear?
What nature tactics am I gonna use to fight against a man?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying if a bear wants to eat you, he's gonna eat you. That's just it.
And if a man wants to kill you...
And I think what makes me a little bit even more like, dang, why is this going on for so long, is how abruptly they ended the scene. They ended the scene knowing that Mark was just gonna go into this trance, this daze, and see the book, even though he's nowhere near the book. So if they were already gonna cut like that and break the scene, they could have done it at any point, which is again why I just said this was either a lack in writing or the editing room, they should have cut it differently because they knew how they were gonna end the scene.
Oh, I thought it was spider. My bad. I thought it was spider.
You're doing too much.
I really thought that was a spider,
you
though.
get on my freaking nerves.
I really
Just
thought.
don't say anything. Just stop saying stuff.
All right.
What? I told y'all. I told y'all this shit was real.
Now we're at the point in the story where they are at the tree, they're getting a book, and they see there are mad people fighting over this book. I think the introduction to there being a literal war happening, it wasn't done realistically. Unless there was like some kind of force field, some kind of domain expansion where y'all couldn't see till y'all got to a certain distance, y'all walked through it, y'all would have heard or known people were fighting long before you came out of that bush. Literally, when you walked out the bush, before you turned around and said, is that a spider? You would have seen these people fight. They were right in front of you, Mark. So I think that should have been written differently. There should have been like, maybe you guys are walking through the trees and Mark is like, do y'all hear that? You hear people fighting, people screaming, whatever. That could have been a better way to introduce the fight rather than you just like are walking and then like your eyes turn on. Wait, there's people fighting in front of me.
I feel like I'm in a goddamn episode of Adventure Time or some shit.
That's a good comparison. I'm the dog, all right? You the boy. Yes, sir.
You know that Finn is the main character, right? What are you talking about?
Well, I'm saying you the dog.
An example of the comedy being a little bit more natural, deliver it. If it misses, it misses. If it hit, it hit. That's why you write good jokes, so you don't have to linger them.
So. Go. Run.
Don't know why Mark is looking around. Mark is here for one reason. Mark is in this forest for one reason. He's in this forest to get the book. You want to draw his attention, let him look at Dez. We see Dez off on the side, you know what I'm saying? Hung, moving, weaving people. He looks at that, then looks back at the book. But there's no reason for Mark to just be dazed, looking back and forth, watching people fight.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, fuck.
Now I think this was great. Fire, bro! What are we talking about? This is comedy, man. This is how you deliver a comedic scene, bro. Fighting all these people, not gonna fight Brock Lesnar? Okay, I wasn't recording that whole time, so my mic was coming through my camera. I'm now coming through my PC. I probably sound way better now.
Oh, no, I can't. All right. Come on.
No, you got this.
Yeah, I don't like her character. She's written into these scripts to just be a break in the action. I don't know what purpose she's gonna serve, but in the script right now, she's useless. Let people run up on her. Let her do something cool. Let her direct Mark. Mark, go this way. Mark, somebody's coming. Or anything other than just, oh snap, you got this. Like maybe she could have even tried to go get the book. And then when she goes to get the book, she gets slapped. So now Mark and Desmond are like, all right, it's a problem now. Now they tee up. That's a reason for Mark to see this big broly looking black man and say, nah, I gotta box him for real because y'all just knocked out my shorty. Right now, he's boxing like this over a book. He doesn't really know what it does. And he's talking about a random dream, but he's fighting like this. That would have gave a better reason for him to be locked in like that.
No? Oh, shit. Oh. All right.
Shoot that book.
Oh, shit.
This is poor, I won't say poor choreography because it's not the choreography. This was bad acting on Mark's part. There's no struggle. There's no struggle right here. With these arms, there's no struggle. Mark, they're literally just holding hands. They're literally just holding hands. Look. There is no struggle. Mark's not trying to let go. He's not holding Mark still. There's no tension. They just like, they're just holding hands.
Get up. Get up, Mark.
What the fuck? Hey, Mark! Hey, I got the book. Now what?
Use it, Desmond.
Now this is the most important part of the entire short film. This is where the catalyst happens. Remember that structure I showed y'all. Remember the structure I showed y'all. This is where the catalyst is going to happen. This right here. Pay attention. This is where the actual plot of the story is determined.
Use it!
Okay, there's some kind of extraterrestrial spirit thing talking to Desmond. I'm not altogether knowing what's happening here.
We need you to drop that
book. Going to be explained later.
Before you have to fight everybody here. Obviously, you don't know what you're doing.
This is bad acting. She doesn't react to a random man running at her. She just saw all these people boxing. And this dude gets up and runs at her like the man from Get Out. And she has no reaction. She doesn't even look at him. She doesn't see him. Again, is that the script? I don't know, bruh. But everybody, the general audience is not seeing these things, Mark. Obviously, the general audience is not seeing these things. But for you guys to progress and continue to get better, I guess it just makes sense to know that these things are happening on screen. These are things that probably go past your head. You know?
You hear me?
Des?
Bro! Imagine her delivering that line, but she's cut and bruised up because she just got beat up. And after Dez just saved her from getting curb stomped, he picks up the book and he don't even look like himself. That line delivery would have hit 10 times harder.
I said drop the fuck.
So Dez just murked 30 people in 10 seconds. Here's the catalyst.
Alan, no!
The purpose of the story, right here. This is why Imaginary exists. This is the entire purpose. Desmond kills their best friend. Let's go ahead and deliver the theme and the catalyst. They're both here at the same time. Revenge. Now, the debate here, for those that don't know what the debate is, these are going to be a series of choices that the main character makes because of the catalyst. This is what's going to propel the main character, being Mark, from the A story to the B story. For those who don't know what the B story is, if you're watching The Office and Michael is in the office doing stupid stuff, but then Jim and Pam are getting ready to get proposed to, there's the A story and the B story. The B story is directly created to support the A story. It's going to propel it further and further and further until they both are together, and then it's just the main plot continuing to go up.
That was a year ago. The first time I witnessed the power of the destruction book. I got my creation book a little bit after that. And ever since then, I've been on 2 missions. 1, to find out everything about these books.
Find out everything about the books. That's number 1. That's delivering on the fact that in the very beginning, he didn't even know what the book was. All he knows is his friend picked it up and killed his other friend.
And the other, to kill that nigga Desmond.
Revenge. That is the initial catalyst we just said was going to happen.
We fought a total of 3 times since I got this book. And all of them have ended in a stalemate. But this time is different. I had to choose a new approach. And I picked the one thing I know makes niggas drop their guard. A bad bitch. And not
I probably wouldn't have put Yonkers on screen. I probably wouldn't have just dropped the Yonkers on the screen. I'm gonna be real. That's just me though.
You paranoid about something? What's going on?
No, I'm just looking around. You never know. You know what I mean? I'm just looking around.
Now, let's just break this down. Okay, so obviously when you're doing any kind of fantasy or like any kind of story that has superpowers in it, you have this thing called world building. Okay, now when you build the world, you have to determine a set of rules about how these powers work and how the magic system is. You got to determine that. So from what I have seen so far, anything you can think of and can physically write in this book, you can draw it, will happen in real life. You can create it. But as you create it, it is not just what's on the page. Because remember, Desmond did this and blew people up. That don't look like no explosion. And you can also see as Mark drew, like when he drew this woman, the woman didn't look the way she was created. He drew the outline of the woman, and I would like to think what was created is in his mind the projection of how he saw said image. Now, here's my question. Is the limitation of the power system simply that the people using it aren't creative? Why does he choose to create a sword to engage in hand-to-hand combat when literally 5 seconds later Mark spawns a gun? Why did he not spawn a gun from the very beginning? Now that is what can be a problem with having a magic system where literally nothing is limiting the characters but their own creativity. Because now you're putting the audience in a position where it's like, well, this show's dumb.
because if I had that power, I just do this. So they gotta kind of, I think in the writing, the rules gotta be a little bit better established, or at the very beginning, you gotta limit the character's ability. I just saw Mark create life. He created a person. That is a very groundbreaking limit, if that's your limit. This woman is having cognizant interaction with that. She has her own thoughts. She's talking to Desmond.
Since this is the first time I got this close, I must have let my excitement get to me. I miscalculated on the length. Stopped one step too early.
Okay. So what's happening right now is what is called fun and games, okay? Fun and games in the Save the Cat 3X structure essentially is a delivery of the premise that you promised people in the movie. When you did your log lines, when you did your posters, when you did your trailers, you promised people, hey, it's gonna be some crazy CGI and people gonna be making stuff out of thin air and using it in battle. They're literally delivering on that premise right now.
I need that book too.
I didn't realize I was the one in check. He not only seen through my plan, but he brought a restored book user with him into the field as well. A risky move, but
Yeah, are you dead yet?
Okay, at this point in the story, we are at the midpoint, okay? In the Save the Cat story structure, this is where the main character or the protagonist has a false defeat. Mark is obviously beaten, and this is not him actually beaten. The story is over. This is a false sense of defeat that creates a greater problem. It makes the villain, or it makes the issue bigger than it is by allowing your main character to fail at their first attempt at success, which I think is excellent writing. You allowed Mark not to beat Desmond. As a matter of fact, you allowed Desmond to win because of a character's lack of mental ability or lack of processing ability or wisdom, intellect, intelligence, whatever, which even makes it even better because now the character is not just trying to get better with their book. It's now a thought process thing. I should have been smarter, which I think was excellent on the writing part. Now, in the fight with Desmond, Mark did mention the fact that, oh snap, he brought a restored book user into the field, very risky, whatever. That's what he said. So this is just going to explain what the freak a restored book user is. And it's immediate, which I think is also not a bad idea at all. I think this was written very well. The transition from that fight to this scene and this scene playing out, I think was written extremely well. Kudos to Mark.
What are you doing? You don't have to write my name down anymore?
Not.
So now you created a new rule. You're removing the limitation from a restore book. It would have been a cool limitation to say you gotta write somebody's name. That opens up an opportunity for literal progression. But that's happening as soon as you introduce the book to us, Mark, which I think is like, I think the magic system, it needs a little bit of tweaking as far as writing goes. And you know what's crazy? I know more about Jennifer than old girl at the start of the movie. They want us to care about her death. We don't. We needed to know more about her. We needed to hear her talk more, deliver more information to us, not just engage. All her lines were talking about a Yogi Bear joke. I forgot she died. No joke, I forgot she died. That was a major, I think that was a major ball drop, bro.
I promise you I do.
Let me ask you this. Would you want to run into the devil?
That's another line that I feel like is delivered like it's in a trailer. Like you could have delivered this line so much differently.
Would you want to run into the devil? Exactly.
I don't know.
Man, ain't no
I didn't
damn
like
devils.
that. I didn't like that.
They're usually unexperienced. I learned that in class, and I was top.
Top of your class, huh?
Yeah.
I think Ippy acting though. Ippy doing it. I think Ippy act. I don't know if he really liked this or if he acted. I don't know, but Ippy acting in my opinion, bro.
If you didn't need my help, you would have come back with 2 arms and another book. So I'm coming with you. Let's go.
If I lose my healer, I'm dead.
And if you lose your life, you're dead.
I don't know, it's just too risky.
Plus, we just got a new place. Who's gonna watch it?
We could do a thorough check when we get back. It's not that serious. You could just draw another one.
I put a lot of effort into this one. All right, you can come. Don't slow me down, I'm not.
Okay, this is a delivery on. It's almost like a callback kind of thing. Like he learned from Desmond. Dang, he got a healer in the field. He learned from his situation with Des. He didn't just let her come just because she asked. I think he let her come because he knows she came in the field. It could be beneficial to him. So I think that is also W writing on the character part.
This is magic or some shit? Well, I wouldn't say magic. I mean, I guess it could be. I mean, who are you? No, not really. Hey, hold on. I'm here to help you, all right? Look, I got a book. I got a book too. Look, I understand. A random nigga pop up on me, I'll probably feel the same way.
But I balance it out, right? Trust me, we are here to help you.
What's going on?
Really calm down. That's racist. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But look, I didn't get that. I don't get that joke. That joke fell flat for me. But they made it and moved on, which was the way you should.
I know what you did.
Yeah, I seen you just blow that shit up with your book.
No, I swear that you killed people. No, I think you killed people.
This is another joke that fell flat to me. But I think I like the character dynamic. Mark's character and his healer's character, I don't know her name. They don't take stuff too seriously though. So like I'm not mad at it. And I think the job of the dialogue is to make Dylan's character uncomfortable. So I think in the writing sense that did what it was supposed to. I just wish the jokes were better. Like I wish we felt that uncomfortability while also laughing.
Damn, nigga, why everybody always want to ask questions and make shit awkward?
Your life is in danger.
My bad, I didn't know. Stop asking questions, bro. Who's that? What? Fuck.
Thanks for one with the car for us.
Now, what this part of the story is, according to Save the Cat, is something called All Is Lost. The reason it's called All Is Lost is because it's mirroring essentially what happened in the midpoint.
Where are we even going?
To the agency.
What agency? What are you talking about?
Do I look dumb to you or something?
I don't know. I didn't go to school with you.
Real funny.
I wouldn't have said, I don't know, I didn't go to school with you. I just would have left it at, I don't know. That's me. That's how I would have edited the same. I don't know. Boom, Mark laughs. There go back to Ippy. I wouldn't have done nothing else.
Do good guys operate like this?
No.
It's not so black and white. I don't know what they've told you, but the world you just stepped into is far more dangerous and different than anything you've ever experienced. So I need you to tell me the truth, Dylan. Where's the book?
He is telling the truth.
Quiet.
I don't think he should have put it's just black and white. It's not that black and white. I think he needs to just lead with the world you just stepped into.
It's...
I would have shown Ben first. I think this breaks it. He got shot, go straight to Ben. Then go straight to Ippy. Why did they show Ippy first? I wouldn't have done that.
Daz, what's the plan, man?
We got this.
I need my book.
No, they're trying to get me. They're trying to get me. No. All right, let me get it.
Okay, Mark, acting. Okay, Mark.
He got the book.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm going.
She's healing him. So the circling thing is, that's another thing with the power system. Because she circled his arm, she circled his neck. When Desmond spawned something, he underlined it. How is Mark dodging that? I don't get that either. How is he dodging instantaneous explosion? Unless
That's
that
a fucking
fireball.
weak.
I don't know.
Wait, what are you doing?
He can't fight anymore.
Yeah, let's knock him off.
Nah. I need him to suffer just like I did.
That's all y'all can do, huh?
Suffer just like I did.
Oh, Jan, thank God.
I should have stayed home.
Good callback. That's funny. That's that real funny I'm talking about, Mark. That's what I'm talking about, Mark. That's funny. W callback.
Jennifer, I can't move my arm. I need you to heal me, all right? Heal me.
You said he killed Helen.
This is where we're moving into the next part of 3X structure. I haven't really been writing in this like I should be. That's my fault. We are now in Dark Night of the Soul. And that act is about why is all this happening? And it's all finna come to the forefront right now. I will give that some excellent writing.
Jennifer, I need you to listen to me. Heal me, all right? Then I'll tell you everything after.
He didn't tell you what he did, huh? Helen didn't deserve that. And he destroyed it right in front of me.
All I want to say is that I think this short film, I think it was written very well, but it just could have been a lot better. Because I think if they had taken the extra step, or maybe even went through an extra step of having somebody go through the script with them, which I understand the fear of not having people you trust look at your stuff. Trust me, I get it. It could have just been better, man. It could have just been so much better. Shout out to RDC. I appreciate y'all for making something like this, giving me something to review. I appreciate that, and hopefully you guys get to see this. And yeah, man, hopefully my opinion gets through to y'all. And if y'all ever need somebody else that's in the writing room, let me know.